This video is going to demonstrate how to manually create an exploding assortment carton. So typically, exploding assortment cartons should not be built manually and should be synced over from your data sync provider. But this video is provided as an example in the rare instance that you may have to create it manually. So an exploding assortment carton is an assortment of items. So all of the each packages should already be created before you create your exploding assortment carton. You won't be able to create it and approve it if those each packages have not been created and approved already. Otherwise, you won't have anything to put into your carton. So let's go ahead and create the exploding assortment carton. We're going to hover over Create and then click Exploding Assortment. So we'll need to complete all of the information on this page. So first we're going to enter our shipping GTIN. So this is typically that 14-digit number. And then we're going to select our order dones and our division, our merchant's name, and then we can select our category and subcategory. Once all of this information has been completed, we can click Add Package. So this page is confirming whether we want to build an exploding assortment carton or pallet. We want to build a carton, so we're going to leave carton selected, which is what's defaulted, and then we're going to click Create Package. So we're going to go ahead and enter our description. If you want to enter the brand, you can, but it's not required for an exploding assortment carton. But do go ahead and select responses for the EAS tag required indicator, and then click Save. So next we should see the Edit Exploding Assortment Package page. We can see under Package Type, it says Exploding Assortment Carton. Over on the right, we can see the description and shipping GTIN that we entered. Down under members, right now there's nothing there because we need to add members to this carton. So I'm going to click Search for Assorted Members. So there's different criteria you can enter to search for your members. I am searching by KSN because all of my KSNs have different vendor stock numbers. So it's not really going to help me to search by vendor stock number. But a lot of times vendors will group like items together using that stock number, and that's probably one of the best ways to look for your items for your exploding assortment carton, depending on the business that you work in and how you use those vendor stock numbers. There's some additional criteria you could enter as well, such as the description or the marking number. Alright, so I have all of my eaches added to my carton. So now I'm going to update the quantity of the eaches within the carton. Then I'm going to enter my dimensions and weights for the carton. So once I've completed this information, I'm going to click Save. And now I need to add a vendor pack to this exploding assortment carton. So up at the top right of your screen, you will see the Add to New Vendor Pack button. Go ahead and click that. And now we are on the Edit Vendor Pack page. So under DUNS number, go ahead and select your order DUNS. Then you can select your flow type. I'm going to select DSD, which is direct to store. And if you're used to working with DC, I'm going to scroll to the bottom of the page, and you may notice that there's not as much information here as if you select DC. Because if you select DC, then it defaults to a tier group, and you would see the DC locations, as well as be able to select ship points for those DC locations. But we're going to go with DSD for this one. Next, I'm going to select my primary store format. and then I'm going to enter my cost. This is the cost for the carton, not for the eaches, so you have to take into account all of the eaches that are within your carton. Next, enter your order quantity multiple and select your order quantity unit of measure, and then select your projected first in-store date. So once we've completed all of this information, go ahead and click Save. Then we can click Workflow tab, and we're going to check for errors. The only thing I got back was a warning. Warnings can always be ignored. So I'm going to go ahead and select Approve and click Submit and Ignore Warnings. Now my exploding assortment has been created and approved through the vendor role.